Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I am super excited. This is a video that I've been just dying to do already, and of course we literally have a full box of e.l.f. goodies. Full box, okay? Full box. So towards the end of last year I saw e.l.f. post that they had a few new releases and I was super excited. I right away placed an order for like their first couple of things that they came out with, and then that order was already placed, and then I saw that they came out with more stuff and I'm like, okay. So I put in another order, and then recently they came out with like a new primer, a new mascara, and I'm like, okay, so let me just keep placing these orders in. So I did have to wait for everything to get here, but then of course by then the holidays were here and it was just a super busy time, so I didn't get a chance to film it as like quickly as I wanted to, but here we are. I am super excited to be playing with some new e.l.f. Makeup. I do have my coffee here because it has been such a long morning. I had to wake up really early to drop my dog off at the vet because she needed to get a dental, but it was kind of more like an emergency, you know, quick get her in type of thing as well, because she did end up injuring her mouth on Christmas Day. Actually, she did end up like pulling out her one canine tooth like on Christmas Day. She slipped off the couch. She did end up pulling out one of her canines. It got caught on like a fabric on like the couch, and it just like ripped it out, and it was just hanging there. So I did take her to the vet today. They finally were able to you know, treat her and see her and everything. So yeah, so she is there right now. So kind of in my mind is like with her right now. She is a senior dog technically. She is a Chihuahua, but she's around 10 years old. So she has to get put under, of course, anesthesia to do the dental, and then they're going to do x-rays to see if the tooth came out with the root or if there's anything left behind, and then of course fix that. It's just been a very long, stressful morning. I had to wake up early. My daughter did not go to sleep until like almost 2:30 this morning because she took a really late nap yesterday. It's just a whole mess, guys, a whole mess. If you guys have not already, do not forget to hit that subscribe button as well as hit that notification bell. That way you will not miss any future videos. Let's get started. Look out for prices somewhere on the screen. It'll either be over here or over here, but I will try to list the price of each new item. So this is the first item that we are trying today. It is the Power Grip Primer. And this is a new primer from e.l.f. So we are going to be testing this bad boy out. So it does come like in a pump version, and the color looks like, I think it comes out clear, but it says it's clear, but it has like a nice pretty like blue turquoise color to it. This says keep makeup in place with this clear gel primer full of skin loving ingredients like hyaluronic acid for skin that looks and feels its best. Apply evenly to face before makeup using your fingers to pat into skin. The warmth of your fingers will help the product melt into the skin for an even application. And then it does say to allow 30 seconds to set before applying your makeup. So we are going to go ahead and do that. This is what it looks like. So that's just one pump. Ooh, it's really sticky. I have never tried their Jelly Pop primer, but I have tried the Hard Candy like moisturizing grip primer. So, but this does feel super like thick. It definitely feels like it's gonna like grip on to your makeup. All right, so 30 seconds has passed. And it still feels like a little sticky and grippy, but not as like thick and sticky as it felt when it first went on. But yeah, definitely still sticky. So I'm super excited. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply a foundation. This one is just the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation. Mine is in the shade Buff Bis. So we're gonna see how it applies the foundation with a sponge, because some gripping primers you need to use like a sponge, a brush. Sometimes you need to use a sponge because sometimes the brush, like, it kind of just clings, you know what I mean? The foundation seems to be blending in just fine though, so that's good. I honestly love this brush. This is the Ultimate Blending Brush. It's just so good. Wish I had like a million of these. The foundation blended in beautiful with the brush. It did not stick or anything, so that's good. So very quickly, I'm just gonna put on some concealer and then I will be right back. This is the Wet n Wild Incognito Mega Last Concealer, and this one's in the shade Light Medium. All right, concealer is blended. Next, we're gonna go in with so this is the Ciate Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. So I'm gonna use this to set my face, and then I'm gonna go in with the Jaclyn Hill Brightening and Setting Palette. Alright, so before we go ahead and set the rest of the face, I did set the under eye, of course, a while, but before we set the rest of the face, I almost forgot, we have a new brush from e.l.f. This is their new e.l.f. Putty bronzer brush. I don't see anyone talking about this brush. I do see certain videos on like certain of their new releases, but I have not seen anyone yet talk about their new brush. So I'm like, all right, let's just test it out. I do have two bronzers. I have one in Tan Lines and one in Honey Drip. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just use Honey Drip. And this like fits like perfectly in the container. So e.l.f. does have a special brush for their Putty blush. They have a special brush for their CC cream, their Putty primer, and now they have one for their bronzer. It is a lot smaller though, so I don't know. We'll see how I like it. I don't know why, but for some reason this area, like with the weird lighting and just stuff, like it catches my bronzer weird. It's not patchy in person. I think I explained that before. I have some like I think it's like weird shadowing that makes it look worse, but it's more of I keep forgetting what it's called, but when you're pregnant and you get that pigmentation going on, like that pregnant mask, I think it's what I don't know, but anywho, I still have a little bit left over from that from when I was pregnant. I actually didn't even get it, I don't think, during my pregnancy. I think I got it after my pregnancy, like when I was like breastfeeding and stuff. So yeah, so I promise it's not patchy. Like in person, it looks nothing like that, but I don't know why it's showing up so strong on camera all the time. I do like this brush. It fits really nice into the jar. I just think certain people might get a little impatient with it because it's so small, so you have to like work a little bit longer to blend out your product. But this is really nice for contouring though. So now we're just going to put some cream blush on as well. I'm just going to stick with the e.l.f. and I'm going to go in with this shade Tahiti. I'm just going to use the e.l.f. Duo brush. I do have their e.l.f. Putty brush, but it's in my bedroom right now. So we're just gonna pop some blush on. I know it seems like a lot of blush, but when you set your face, it kind of gets toned down a bit, even if the powder is translucent. So I like to go a little overboard. Now I'm just gonna quickly set my face. I actually want to go in with this gloss. It's not going to be like our permanent lip color, but this is a new lip gloss from e.l.f. It is their lip plumping gloss in the shade Pink Paloma. So I love these like baby pink lip glosses, like just for like everyday wear. So let's like put something on these dry lips and plump them up. It doesn't smell cinnamony or anything, which I like. Ooh, it's so glossy. I love that. Okay. I did get this as well, which I kind of forgot about, but we're gonna still apply it. It is the Daily Dew Stick in Tangerine Kiss. I thought this shade would be so like perfect for summer, but we're gonna try it out now. Just, you know, to get a little bit of a glow when you really just don't want to like do a full face of makeup. Normally that's when I use these sticks, a very light to no makeup day. Let me like put it. I don't know if you guys can see. There we go. It's like a gold balmy. It's very cooling actually, but it's like a gold balmy highlight. It looks so pretty. This would be pretty on the skin when you have like no makeup on, but I'm just gonna apply a lot on my finger, and hopefully I don't disturb makeup. Yeah, this is, I don't think, gonna work. I'm trying to be super gentle with it. It's not very like popping and blinding for sure. It's so cooling though. It feels so good on the skin. I don't recommend to get this if you want like a nice good cream highlight to put on, just, you know, on top of your makeup, because some do work that way. You do have to be careful with them, of course. This one though, I recommend just on like a day with no makeup and you just want that little bit of boost, a little bit of glow. You can just go right onto the skin without makeup and just kind of get that extra glow. I think it would be so pretty in the summertime, like if you're going to the pool and just pop a little bit on, but it's definitely not super impactful that even if you do tap it on your makeup, you're gonna see like a glow. So that's my thoughts on this. What else do we have in the magic box? I think we're gonna do brows next. So for brows, we actually have this little kit from e.l.f. It is the Brow Lift in Clear, and this is almost like the Anastasia Brow Freeze. I do have that product. And then they do sell separate their spoolie spatula that goes along with it. It's the Brow Lift Applicator. And what's cool about it is it does have like a actual like metal like spatula, I want to call it. So this is what this looks like. I mean, it feels metal. It might be plastic. I thought it was metal, but it actually might be plastic, but it looks like a gunmetal color. But anyways, so I'm really excited to try it. Like I said, I do have the Brow Freeze. My brows are not the biggest fan of these types of products. They just don't like cooperating. But we're gonna definitely give it a go and see if this is in compare to the Brow Freeze, because we all know what they were trying to do here. And this is what this looks like. Literally just like the Brow Freeze. I'm gonna take a little bit on the spoolie. Again, my brow hairs are just not the cutest, but that is the difference. So we will see. The Brow Freeze, because of like how my brow hairs are, it really doesn't do much long term. Like they do usually end up falling down when I try to do like the actual like fluffy brow like laminated look. The Brow Freeze does work, you know, just as a regular brow gel, as just kind of just setting them, but to do like the up, you know, they usually just fall back down because I just blame my brow hairs. Now some people say to do this before foundation because this will like lift and can disturb your foundation. I'm not good at working around my brows most of the time, so I just kind of do it very gentle. But I actually do like this product, so I'm just gonna. All right, so I'm gonna let them dry, and then once they're dry, I'm gonna go in with a pencil and fill them in a little bit. So in the meantime, we're gonna go in with some eyeshadow. Right, so I did get 2 new bite-sized eyeshadows, and I am just super excited to play with these. This one is in the shade Orange Dreamsicle, and guys, This looks like the perfect palette, like everyday palette for summer. Like, ooh, it just reminds you of an orange dreamsicle. I wish they would have came out with that in the summer. And then this one is in the shade I Love You Latte, and it is just an all matte bite-sized eyeshadow palette. Oh my god, another great everyday eyeshadow. So as much as I love this one and I definitely want to play with this one, I am going to just go ahead and dip into this one here. All right, so this is what this looks like. I do like that it is like a very neutral palette. It's not too warm, but it's not like super cool either. All right, so this is the Cara Beauty K17 brush. So we're just gonna go in, and I'm just gonna go right into this shade right here. Ooh, pigment. Let's see. So the first shade that I'm going into is like a very light, barely there transition shade on my skin tone. Like, it's definitely giving me definition and showing up. Like, you can see, like, it's definitely there. I do have to like build it up though to get where I want it to be. This side built up a lot quicker than this side. I think it was just kind of breaking into the eyeshadow. But for this eye, I literally only had to dip my brush in once. This one I had to do it a couple times for some reason, but I think it was literally just like breaking into the eyeshadow for some, you know, for whatever reason. But cool. All right. Next, I'm gonna go into this shade right here. I do wish it was just a little bit deeper. I feel like this shade is like a cooler version of that first shade that we just went into. So I don't know if it's gonna add any like deepness. So it is building up pretty nicely and creating like a really nice, like very soft everyday smoky eye, but like again, very like everyday, very safe. All right, so next I'm gonna go into this shade right here, and I'm just gonna create like a smoky wing. Really pigmented, a little bit of fallout. All right, so that was pretty simple. Now I'm just gonna go in with that same brown on the outer corner. And then I'm gonna mix it with the first shade that we went into and bring it into the rest of the eye. And then I'm just gonna go in to this brow bone shade right here. We're gonna keep this eye matte. And I'm just gonna put this in the inner corner just to kind of brighten things up, because I need all the help I can get to look awake today. And then we're gonna put some by the brow bone too. And the brows are actually staying up, which is pretty cool. So I really do like this. I really do like this quad. It's really cute for just like an everyday, like soft smoky eye. Do you absolutely need it? No. I'm sure if you have like any type of eyeshadow palette that has these types of neutrals, you can get the same look. This is a very affordable little quad though, that if you want to just keep it in your everyday makeup bag so you don't have to pull out a whole big palette, these are nice for those reasons. I always think they're worth it. The eyeshadow is really nice. So very quickly, I'm just going to go in with a brow pencil. This is just the Milani one, and I'm just going to very quickly fill in my brows. I'm going to have fluffy brows for I think the very first time ever. Wow, okay. Well, there we go. I think e.l.f. did something that Anastasia Beverly Hills could not do for my brows. We're going to go in with their new mascara. This is the Lash Beats Defining and Lengthening Mascara. So I am very excited to try it out. This one is in the shade Pitch Black. I have tried so far all of their new mascaras. I have tried their Big Mood mascara. I have tried their Lash Loud mascara, the first one that was like their big new release. I wasn't a fan of that one. I feel like that one flaked a lot on me for some reason, and transferred, and I really didn't like what it did for my lashes back then. I am using a lash serum, so I just want to be very upfront about that. I am using a lash serum, so my lashes are naturally like whoop, they're going up and curled. They're thick, a lot thicker and a lot longer. So just so you know, this is not, ooh, I like the what do you call it, the wand. It is a rubber wand, so hopefully it's not going to like poke my eyeballs out, because I hate those rubber wands that like you gotta be so careful. It's definitely very like separating. It's not like it's not meant to be like a volumizing mascara, just so you know. This is a defining and lengthening mascara, so I think the Big Mood is the one that's supposed to be like the volume. Ooh, I like it. So you guys can see the difference. So this is without mascara, and this is with mascara. So definitely lengthening for sure, and it is very defining of the lashes. All right, so this is what the lashes are looking like. I will like try to zoom in so we can see a little bit better. And if you do like a more volumizing mascara, then you might want to go for the Big Mood. But if you like the type of mascara that is going to help lengthen and define your lashes and just make you look like you have like a million fluffy lashes, then you will like this mascara. I actually think that this one is my favorite out of all of them so far, but it's just preference and what you like out of a mascara. I don't like super volumizing mascaras where they clump all my lashes together and it looks like I just have like 5 thick lashes. I'd rather them separate each individual lash and like give them a nice coat where they still look a little volumized and it just looks like I have a nice natural like lash band on, versus like, you know, separating them versus like clumping them together. So I do like this mascara. Again, it really depends on your preference, but I wonder what this one and the Big Mood would look like together, like paired together. Yes, I'm not gonna like pretend and acknowledge that I don't have a sleeping baby on me right now. I do. She won't let me put her down. She just fell asleep. And I do have to leave soon to pick up my dog from the vet. They did call me. She is fine. They do need to get her medications and stuff together yet still, but she did have a few extractions, which was expected. I knew she was gonna have, like, she's an older senior Chihuahua. They're known for like dental and like disease, like dental and gum disease and things like that. I definitely knew she was gonna need some work. When I adopted her, she was already like 4 years old and needed some work. So it is what it is. I'm just happy that they were able to help her and take care of her. So yeah, so I do have to pick her up. So I do have to finish this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off this gloss. This gloss is amazing. It's so like juicy and yummy, and I don't even want to take it off. This is such a nice gloss, and it doesn't tingle either. Like, it doesn't hurt the lips. The next product in here is, so all we have to do is lips yet. e.l.f. did come out with some new lip liners. This one just fell out of its packaging. So they look like these. They're super, super cute. But this is like what the packaging originally looks like. So this one is in the shade Soft Pink. And this one's light brown, which I did open it up to see like what it looked like, because I was like, these are really small. But they do have like that triangle tip. So if you know you don't like that kind of tip, then just don't get them, I guess. But yeah, so I'm super excited. So I did get those 2 new lip liners from e.l.f. And then they also just recently came out with these glossy lip stains. So I don't know what to expect from that, like glossy lip stain. I'm guessing when it goes on it's glossy, and then when it wears off it's going to leave a stain. I'm guessing that's what that means. So these 2 shades actually look pretty similar. I think one is just a little bit more cool tone versus the other, but one is in Pinkies Up, the other one is in Basic Beige, and then I did kind of get a nude one in the shade Cinnamon Dreams. Yes. So I think I'm going to go in with Basic Beige. I do want to set my face. Let me quickly set my face. I'm just going to use the Maybelline Glass Spray. I do like this. You just have to go in with a very light hand. All right, so I'm going to go in and line my lips first. I'm going to go in with the lip liner Soft Pink. Oh. Definitely creamy. I feel like, okay, here we go. With the triangle tip, I'm like, what's the best way to hold this? Oh, I like this color, and I think it would look so good, like, just on its own. Like if you would fill in your lips with this color, like it looks so good. So I really do like this color. I do like that it's thick enough that if you wanted to fill in your lips with it, you could. Versus those like really thin lip liners that put like a thin line on your lip and then you have to like blend it. Oh my god, these are like super freaking cute. I love like these little like bite-sized like sizes that e.l.f. comes out with, especially because I feel like things are smaller because they are cheaper, but I feel like that's good because we buy so much makeup and I feel like we don't need like huge big sizes of everything. So I do like that e.l.f. comes out with these like smaller size products. All right, so let's give this a go. It's such a thin formula. Like it almost feels like I'm just putting water on my lips. So I'm excited to see what it looks like afterwards. I'm guessing, like I said, it's gonna just like stain the lips like once it wears off. So we will see. All right guys, that is everything for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. So let me know what you think about this look. I think it's very fresh, very like everyday glam. I really do like it. Let me know what your favorite product was out of all the new releases that e.l.f. just recently came out with. Are you going to try any of these items? Go ahead and let me know down below. Do not forget to give me a thumbs up. It definitely helps support my channel. And don't forget, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Until next time, bye.